I was lost in a city dream, and I was at home
Welcome
again.
back to the channel. You're watching 13 Moons Homestead. My name is Lynette. It's been a little while since we've done an update video on much of anything, so checking in today with some updates. So first, we're moving kind of full steam ahead on several projects at once because we have some deadlines coming up that we need to meet. Plus, we just want to finish some projects. So we're still working on the kitchen. It's coming along fabulously. The floor in the kitchen area is installed. The cabinets are mostly painted. At least all the doors and drawers and the face frames are. And we're working on getting all the hinges on them.
I hope you'll always be around, even if I fail. You are like a summer breeze that I must inhale. Is it possible for us to feel this way forever? Loving you has never felt more right.
Drawer slides and such done, and it's starting to actually get put together. We've ordered the countertops, and someone will be coming to do a template September 11th, I think, for that. So hopefully by somewhere around September 25th or so, we should have countertops, and at that point the kitchen will be basically done. We also need to get the electrician in before then to hook up under cabinet lighting and a couple of outlets and change out the light fixture over the sink and add a light fixture. So that is in process and moving rather quickly. The renovations in the kitchen are beginning to move now into the living area in that big room. It's a very large room with a vaulted ceiling and windows all on one end wall that look out over our pasture. So now that we've gotten the flooring through the kitchen portion, it will start to go down the main hallway and into the living area. There's still going to be things unfinished in the living area that we probably won't do until next year. The fireplace, the facing on the fireplace will need to be changed. The hearth on the fireplace will need to be changed. And we're probably going to do some built-in bookcases or something similar around the fireplace, but the flooring at least will be done, and we'll be able to finally use the space. Even if it's not completely finished, it will be basically finished. Moving forward on that, and outside we're working on several projects kind of all at once, and we're trying to kind of hurry. We have visitors, guests coming in mid-September, and so we're trying to get the immediate area around the house cleaned up, trimmed back, get all the weeds out of there, clean the sidewalks and stuff. The new garden area is also near the house. I'd like to get those beds put into place. We've been working on them. They're partially done. Be able to do some planting and stuff around to make it pretty. We got to get rid of some garbage, and we need to make space in the driveway. So we have a large dumpster right now. It's the second one that we've gotten to fill with renovation material and such. This is now we've gotten most of the things out of the house that are coming out of the house for renovation, but now we're working on things outside. So the one thing I wanted to show you today was outside of our barn. Behind me here, this end of the barn, for some reason they put a sliding door in there with a small little door cut into it, and there's chicken equipment, and old chicken poo and bedding and whatever, and roost and everything inside that stall. And there was a ramp from that door down to the ground, but the ramp was propped up with a bunch of junk, like trash, and the whole area was surrounded by a chain link fence that was falling over, and this entire area was covered in overgrown raspberry canes that were as thick as my thumb. So my son came out here today and weed whacked it all down, tore out the fence, and got it cleaned up. Basically cleaned up. It all needs to be raked out, and there's still a remnant of the ramp there that needs to come out. But now everything is out of the way. So now I can start working on this whole paddock area, the entire length of this side of the barn, which faces the pasture. And it means we can start working on the barn inside because it needs to be cleaned out. There are 3 large stalls in the barn. It was built for horses, so they're horse-sized stalls. And they clearly raised chickens in them last, but they left one of them. They just left. They didn't clean it out whenever the last chicken left, and one of them looks like it was set up for a brooding area, and the third one is filled with very large tree stumps, I'm assuming from the property. So we need to get those out of there. And because we couldn't use the barn for animals yet, we've been storing some things in there as we've been cleaning up the property, just saving any of the good pieces that we might be able to reuse. So now we'll need to find a place to store those somewhere else. But it's all very encouraging that this can be a fall project now to work on the barn, and hopefully by spring it will be in good enough shape and we can have some fencing done around the paddock areas, if not all the pasture as well, so that whenever we're ready to have any animals, we will have a place for them to be housed appropriately. So working on all of that, and I'll insert some footage here of I think I still have some of what this area looked like.
Even if I fail, you are like a summer breeze that I must inhale. Is it possible for us to feel this way?
And what it looks like now.
Loving you has never felt more right. Woke up lonely, and for you.
And the other exciting news is that I kind of lost my mind and got puppies. A little over a week ago, we got 2 female German Shepherd puppies. They're sisters. They're basically identical. We noticed there is a small dark spot on their left cheeks that they both have, but one has it higher up by the eye and one has it lower down by the jaw. Unless you're really close to them, you're never going to see that. So we have kind of identified them with one always has pink and red accessories and the other one always has green and blue. So we're working on training with the puppies, and we're having some success and some challenges, but basically we're getting there. One is doing it a little better than the other one, but I think they're both coming around now. I think they have figured out that we're their people and this is where they live now, so that's a step in the right direction. They've been scheduled for their booster shots, and then we will be able to start taking them out and around in public and get them accustomed to being in different situations and around different animals and people, and as many experiences as we can get them. Hopefully they'll learn enough manners before our guests come that they won't be a problem while we have guests here. So it's just been super busy. I'll try to give you some little snapshots of how the kitchen is coming along too, a little sneak peek, but I probably won't do another full kitchen update until it's done, or mostly done. It's going to be a little while before we have the countertops in, so maybe one more update before countertops, and then I'll wait until it's all done and we've loaded things in and it's decorated. That is the brief update for now. We're working on 15 different things at once, so trying to get out of our own way for the renovations and trying to do the things outside that we need to do so that we can finally get rid of the dumpster, and getting it all cleaned up and looking pretty, because we've got sawhorses set up for painting, and there's saws set up for flooring, and there's just stuff everywhere, and people doing a bunch of things. We are at least very lucky that right now I have all 4 of my adult children living at home for a brief period of time. 2 of them will be leaving mid-September, but for right now, at least I have all hands on deck, so that's a good thing. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
You has never felt more right.